We're about to drop over $60,000 on turning our new V8 79 series cruiser into the ultimate touring rig, and honestly it feels a little bit terrifying. From suspension and canopy to wheels and electrical, the build has been months in the making, and today it officially begins. We'll take you behind the scenes at McCormacks 4-wheel drive and show you exactly what we're upgrading and why we chose these mods. In theory, we're building the ultimate touring rig for our needs based on our experience, and we're putting our money where our mouth is. Hopefully the financial outlay will all be worth it by the end of this video, and the finished product turns out to be everything we hoped and more. Let's do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. We are so excited this morning because it's the first day of our new cruiser build, day one. The build is literally starting today. Just spent like an hour and a half in peak hour traffic, morning traffic on the drive up to Brisbane to get to McCormacks 4-wheel drive, who are doing our build.
The sun's coming out just as we're about to pull in. We're only like 10 minutes away. But yeah, it's all about to start. There's a lot to get done on this vehicle, as you probably saw in the last episode. It's pretty bare bones. It doesn't have a canopy or tray. It's got little wheels. It's got no suspension work done. So the boys at McCormacks are going to do all that stuff for us. Going to see this all come together is honestly like a dream come true. So very exciting day. Seem to be in the right place, Patsy. There's cool cars everywhere. Here we go, a very monumental occasion. It's about to go on the lift. When it comes off, it will not be the same car. Alright, this is like Christmas morning. We're about to rip into our pallet full of JMACX goodies. So everything that's going to go into this car is on this pallet from JMACX. Let's have a look. So on this pallet here is the complete 4.2 ton GVM coil upgrade from JMACX. So that includes diffs, brake lines, springs, airbags, even exhaust kit. It's just got pretty much everything you need to upgrade your car to 4.2 ton GVM and coil swap it. So we've got cradle and everything here. So it's pretty comprehensive, this kit, and it's gonna honestly transform this car and make it a weapon. Serious, the build sheet's on there. Boys about to rip in.
Meet Tommy, our mechanic in charge of all the JMACX upgrades. Tommy has transformed quite a few cruisers with this exact setup and was kind enough to give us a clear breakdown of the entire process, from removing the factory components and fitting the upgraded diff housing, coil conversion and all the other odds and ends required to transform this old farm truck into a touring machine. We were very fortunate to be in the workshop with the McCormacks team, tapping into their extensive knowledge as we documented the build. That kind of first-hand experience is incredibly valuable, not just in understanding how everything comes together mechanically, but also in helping us get properly acquainted with the new suspension setup from a practical, hands-on perspective. Now let's dive into the JMACX upgrades.
The cradle, that's work. Cradle can go up, we can, prep it all out.
So Tommy's just ripped out the actual diff center. So that diff center that comes factory with our Toyota, with the factory locker and everything in it, it'll go into our new JMACX 2850 rated diff. So they reuse some of the parts, but he's just pulled all the important stuff out. We're going to throw all the not important stuff away. Yeah. And you can see on the bench here, we've got our two whole brake assemblies that we've pulled off that diff as well, so we'll reuse those. Our drive shaft there, so the drive shaft come off, the brakes come off, and that'll all bolt back onto our new diff. Here's the diff center here. You can see all that. That's really like tight tolerances and important stuff, so we'll keep the dust and crap away from that. That's pretty important. Turns the wheels.
Wow.
Give Tommy the hard jobs.
Put it in the bin. Goodbye, Leaf Springs.
We will miss you.
Just like that. It's in the bin.
Go on, chuck it. Well, Tommy's making some real progress. We've got rid of the leaves, got rid of the exhaust. It's all looking very bare and it's ready for the springs and the cradle and everything to go in tomorrow. So we're going to leave it here looking really naked and leave Tommy to do all the finicky stuff. We'll be back in the morning when the cradle and everything goes in and see this thing really take shape. Day 2 on the cruiser build. All the JMACX stuff is going to be going in today. It's going to actually start looking like a real truck again, because as you can see, not much going on, but Tommy's been hard at work. He's pulled all the shocks out at the front. He's got the sway bar loose. He's installed the JMACX braided brake lines. So we've just tidied up a few of the things while Patsy and myself run back to the van. And yeah, in a few moments time, we'll be putting our new cradle in this hole here to suit our new coil spring suspension.
This right here is the heart of the JMACX coil swap, the suspension cradle. It may not look like much, but it's the magic that ties the whole rear end together. It essentially creates a rigid subframe that distributes load and flex more evenly across the chassis rails, which is important when you're towing heavy loads or flexing your way up a four-wheel drive track. The cradle also supports all the new gear, the trailing arms, panhard, shocks and springs, everything bolts off this piece. And as you'll see, once the cradle's in, the whole rear end takes shape and starts coming to life.
So that one has a hole in the handsaw, but not the inside. So you still got to send it all the way through. On that one, and we got one that goes through here from the inside. That's the only one that we have to like hand drill. That makes sense. We can't get the big mag drill on it.
So you turn on the magnet and it'll stick to the car. Once that magnet's active, there's no moving that drill.
Not moving it. It's sit there, it's ready to go.
Makes it easy to get a nice square hole.
Oh, it's perfectly square all the way through.
Yeah.
It's not going to move, it's not going to wander around on us. Plus, we're drilling through the inside part of the cradle as well. So you've got that 6mm plate on the inside we're drilling through as the chassis. So it's all lined up.
Outlay, drilling into a brand new car.
Well, Tommy let me drill a tokenistic hole before putting me on a more important job. He jumped in and drilled the other 8 holes for the cradle mounts. Then we pulled the cradle back out, gave any bare metal a coat of primer and paint, and hit all the contact spots with a rust preventative. Once the cradle was bolted in and torqued to spec, Tommy installed the new upper and lower control arms. Then he throws in the big rear coils, airbags and adjustable JMACX Alpha shocks, which is a bloody monumental occasion. I've got to admit, I cannot stop looking at it. This bit of engineering is an absolute work of art, and it's a real shame it's going to be hidden away under the ute.
Our canopy's just turned up. So this is our mode canopy. So mode manufactured up in the same place that don't make the caravan. So the beauty of this canopy is that it's a composite canopy, which is made out of the same stuff that our caravan's made of, which makes it super light. So this whole canopy box is 220 kilos in weight. So that starts off at 220 kilos. I reckon just a steel tray on our Land Cruiser would be 200 kilos. So we're saving a lot of weight going a composite canopy. Sorry, we're in a live workshop. Look at that. So this is, the door is going to get painted here at McCormacks. They've got a paint base, so they're going to paint match it to the French vanilla that the Cruiser is, but you can see that's the raw door. But this is a composite door, which it actually, having it in its raw state, probably helps us see the composite construction. So this is all going to be, oh wow.
Got a bit going on in there.
That's all our wheel arches and all the mounting hardware and everything like that. But we're going to have central locking. So that means when we open the doors in our car, this is unheard of for us, the canopy is going to unlock as well. So every time we lock the car, the canopy's locked up. We don't have to worry about it, which is not something that we're used to. But come on down here and you can see the actual fiberglass composite construction of this canopy. So how this is made up is it's fiberglass over a foam core, which is vacuum infused with resin, which gives it its strength, but it's also lightweight. I wish you could feel how light this door is, because that door would weigh maybe 5 kilos.
The real question is he going to get his mountain bike in there? Because the current canopy, he squished his mountain bike in, like just in this back bit here. I don't know if it's good, because they're actually doing like a proper canopy fit out this time. I don't know if he's going to get the bike in there, but we'll definitely get an outboard in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's the priority, being able to run a boat. Your bike, you might just have to find a new spot for it.
Yeah. No, it's looking good. I like it. It'll look a whole lot better when it's painted up nice and white, and it'll match the colour of the car. But because Land Cruisers, their axle is like, and the problem is with all dual cabs, their axle is so close to the rear of the cab, it means that, say the wheel is below this here, it means that all this weight back here, this is where the tow bar is, that's all weight over the rear axle or beyond the rear axle. So it just sort of magnifies the weight that goes onto your axle. And the beauty of the mode is that because it's so lightweight, back here, if we don't have it loaded up, it's basically like it's not really affecting the weight of the axle of the car. We can load it up, but the way that we'll set our canopy up, and you'll see this in the coming days, is that we're going to have a very simple setup and a very weight conscious setup, so that we can tailor our canopy fit out to whatever travels we might want to do. So if we want to go up to Arnhem Land, we'll be able to, say, put a boat inside or a boat on the roof and have an outboard in there. But if we aren't doing that sort of travel, well, we can take it out and we can tailor it to, you know, if we're going hiking down in the snowies or something like that. So it's going to be a really good way to travel and tailor our adventures and have a canopy that is sort of super adjustable. So you can see here we've got a Raptor coat on the top and the front. So we'll have black front, back and top, but we'll have white on the sides. I suppose it sort of goes without saying, but dustproof and waterproof. Same as the Zone RVs. These things seal up really nicely, and that's going to be a massive change for us. Alright guys, just quickly interrupting this episode to thank you for tuning in. It's a bit early for a beer today, so I'm having a cuppa. I've just been putting the finishing touches on this episode. I've only got about 12 hours to upload it to YouTube, so getting my hustle on. But I just want to stop and thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in, especially over the past 3 years. The support we've had to grow what we do and to do what we do is amazing, and we're both very grateful for it. So thank you for, you know, liking, commenting, subscribing, even buying us a beer. You guys have given us the confidence to invest massively into what we do, as you can see, and this really puts us in a position to do this for the long term, which we are very excited about. So yeah, cheers to you guys. Happy Sunday, and enjoy the rest of the video. Wow, Patsy, there should be some improvements on the car.
I'm very excited to see it. It's been a few days, but we've done the morning commute up to Brisbane again this morning.
Yeah, about a 2-hour run in peak hour traffic. It's not all that much fun, but we've got a bunch of stuff going on down on the Gold Coast, so we sort of need to be down here, but we also need to be up here too. But it's good, we've just let Tommy do his work. Probably takes him 3 times as long to do his work if I'm hanging around asking him a million questions and getting in his way with the camera. So we've just pulled up in McCormacks now. We're gonna run inside and see some progress. All right, well, the old girl's parts palette is diminishing. There's a little bit less going on there. We've got our bar unwrapped, so the boys have taken the bar off the front, so we're ready to throw the new bar on. I reckon it's gonna look pretty good. Quite the same as what we've got on our current car, so it hasn't given us any trouble and it looks fine. I like the big beefy hoop, you know, that top hoop is like nice and beefy and nice and flat, because the front of this car, it's very square, this car. It's even squarer than our last one, so I didn't want anything that had too much flare to it, because it's sort of, I don't know, the flared lines don't match the square line, so that's why we went with this bar. All our mode Canopy stuff is here on a pallet, so like our wheel carrier, our toolboxes, our water tank are over here on the other side. There's our old bumper, that's going in the bin. But yeah, you can see our big water tank here, big poly tank, so we can have a bit of water capacity on the Canopy. The doors are over there, ready to get sanded and painted. And Tommy's been buttoning up a bunch of the things up here on the rear end. So he's putting some diff oil in. The diff looks like it's pretty much all assembled, hey Tommy?
Yep, all done.
Brake lines are done, all the linkages are done.
Done and dusted.
Yep.
We haven't set them up for length yet,
Yeah,
but we'll do that when we do the wheel on process.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got the brakes on, everything, hubs, it's all coming together. One thing we're missing is tyres haven't gone on yet. Very excited to see them. They look pretty sweet. Had a bit of a sneak peek the other day. But yeah, she's coming along quickly, which is very exciting.
With the rear end taking shape, Tommy started buttoning up the front suspension pieces, replacing the coils, shocks, steering dampener, and mounting the remote reservoirs.
A very exciting part of the build has just showed up. Look at them, big dogs. These are gonna look so sick on the car. Boom. Method MR312s in the black, and we've got the 35-inch Maxxis all-terrains to wrap them. They're gonna look so good on the car. We're about to put the wheels on the car, so we're gonna lower it down, and then we can move these arms, and we can throw these flashy radius arms on. How sick is that? Patsy, what do you reckon about these big meats, mate? Yeah, they might be a bit dirty if you rub up against them. Yeah. You've got a beautiful salmon coloured shirt on today.
Dusty Rose, actually.
It's Dusty Rose. And it's not a shirt, it's a sweater. Yeah, they're big, mate. Look at the size of them to you. Sick.
Not only do these rims look the part, they are built to perform. Thanks to their off-road racing roots, Method race wheels hold themselves to seriously high standards. What really sets them apart is how they test their load ratings, using a 37-inch tyre, which has more than double the rotational mass of a 31. After seeing a few split and broken rims along the way in our travels, we have peace of mind knowing that these wheels are going to look after us no matter what we throw at them. We went back and forth about 35s for a while. Yep. So we've had 33s on our current car, but they're on a 16-inch tyre. So I think we've still got roughly the same amount of sidewall looking at that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that sidewall definitely plays a part in how the car rides when we are in soft sand or time of hand or anything like that. So
I love the look. And I've wanted aftermarket rims for a very long time. We're doing a new vehicle that actually needs them for the load rating. Well, I mean, sorry, Patsy, but you have to look cool now. What do you think? Probably 130 or something?
140.
140.
With the wheels back on, Tommy replaces the factory radius arms. These arms locate the front diff and control its movement under the chassis. When you lift a solid axle vehicle like this, upgraded radius arms are essential to correct the caster angle and maintain proper steering geometry and handling. The JMACX arms are engineered for strength and performance, and they look the part too, in that signature gold finish.
Look at our JMACX pallet. It's completely empty. We've just got the clutch to go in, which will go in probably tomorrow, and our exhaust, but once the clutch goes in, then we can put the exhaust in. Just makes it a little bit easier. All the JMACX gear is done. Like, the car's suspension wise is pretty well finished. Tommy's just gonna bleed the brakes because we've just put in the upgraded brake booster. So it's all looking good. I absolutely cannot stop looking at this thing. It is mesmerizing. Have a go at it. Anyway, our canopy is just over there, but they've pulled the doors off it, and Jeff, the paint guy, he is just prepping our canopy for a bit of primer, and then it's also going to get a bit of paint. So I'm going to jump in the booth and see a master at work. Jeff's little domain in here, all the paints, 2 booths. So we've got a booth here and another booth in here. A couple of fresh bars in there. But how cool is this? It's like a spaceship. It's like stepping inside. The lighting's so good. Got the extraction fans working. So these are our toolbox doors and the canopy doors. So Jeff's just wiped them down, polished everything off nicely. That's a nice pipe down. Patsy, what do you think of the cruiser?
Oh, it looks so beefy. I love it. I said to Brad that I wanted this cruiser to look like real, like, beast mode.
We've achieved that, I think.
I think we've already achieved that. It's like not even finished yet, so good stuff.
Oh, they'll also put the bullbar on probably tomorrow, but we're coming back up tomorrow to see Jeff lay the actual paint. So right now primer's going on, but he'll paint tomorrow, and yeah, we'll probably put the bullbar on tomorrow. Mock up the canopy a little bit, so it's really starting to take shape. We were gone for a few hours yesterday afternoon. The boys have really ripped into this thing. We've now got a bar on. We've also got our clutch has been done. This is Josh. He's going to be handling the rest of the build. So Tommy's gone to a different car to do another JMACX kit on that car. Josh is going to tidy up the canopy and everything for us. So they've got the exhaust in as well. Tow bars on. So today we're going to organise the fit out of the canopy. Jeff's over here painting. He's just laid down the primer, and we're going to throw on the French vanilla top coat. We'll map out the canopy. It's going to be a very basic setup, very simple setup. Oh, our battery's turned up too. So this is our McCormacks 110 amp battery that's going to sit in behind the rear seat. So nice and simple, just run a few cables through to the back, and then this will power the canopy as well. So it's all coming together, and I'm really loving the way that this thing is looking, especially with that bar. So Jeff's in the paint booth at the moment, laying down the first coat of French vanilla to our canopy doors and our toolbox doors. It's looking so glossy. I cannot wait to see it finished. He's just laying the first coat, but this is Jeff's domain. It's so cool to see all these different cans of paint, which in turn you can mix pretty much any color you dream of. And I watched him doing his work, and I asked him a few questions. He uses this little machine here. It's like a camera. Put that onto the paint of the car, so that takes a photo of the paint on the car because there's a bit of variance, and then he can accurately match it to the exact color of the paint which is on the car, rather than just going off the color that it's supposed to be, because there is a little bit of variance. So just laid the first coat down, Jeff. Yep. How'd it go down?
Yeah, nice.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
It's looking nice and glossy?
Yeah, for sure.
I was just explaining a bit about your camera system and the way that you mix everything together, and it's it's cool to see all these little facets of just the things that you see paint on every single car on the road, but for me, I don't know how that works.
This is how it all comes together. So all these different cans of paint can mix pretty much any colour that you would want on a car. So yeah, it's cool to see it all come down. So a couple of coats, mate.
Yep, one more and she's done.
Beautiful.
It's funny, that paint went down in 5 minutes, but Jeff's been working on that prepping and sanding and priming and all that stuff. All the prep work takes the longest. The actual laying of the paint is the quickest part. But now we've come back to the rig and we're laying out the canopy. So we've got the fridge cage in there. We've got 130 litre Bushmans here, which is going to go in there. We're going to fix this down to the canopy. There's a little bit of a special way that we need to fix because this is a composite material. So we're going to glue and bolt just to make sure that there's a strong adhesion of the stuff that we bolt into the canopy. Same with the drawer. We've got an RV Storage Solutions drawer over there that we're going to bolt in.
We've kept things pretty minimal with the storage in the back, aiming to keep it lightweight and modular. This alloy drawer from RV Storage Solutions matches the premium gear we're decking the rig out with. It keeps the weight down without compromising on strength or quality. It'll house all our tools and spares in one spot, and the finish ties in perfectly with the McCormacks fridge cage on the other side. Once it's all bolted down, it should not only look great, but it'll be super functional too.
Well, you can probably see the background changing behind our rig as the build has progressed. And the boys here at McCormacks are actually doing a bit of moving around, a bit of changing their storage areas and warehouse a bit. So while Bodie was digging through this rack here, he found a set of steps and rails for the bull bar. I think it's gonna fit our cruiser too. So I've been looking at these things and not in love with them. These are just the factory side step. And if you can see under here, where they mount to the body, very flimsy, and it's not going to protect this pinch weld along here if we're out there forward drive and we can't really rest this part of the car up. It can quickly damage, and you know, this pinch weld's pretty important to protect for rust and stuff. So what we've got over here is a side rail and side step, big side step, and that will actually bolt to the chassis and act as a bit of a rock slider, so we can protect that part of the car. So they go so well together too, the ARB bars and side rails. It'll look really mint with this setup and make it look really tough, but also have a massive function. So there'll be like a bit of check plate that bolts on top of this, so it'll give you a nice wide footstep and also a lot more protection for the side of the car. I'm glad Bodie found that just sitting up there in the rack waiting for a new home. I think the old girl's the perfect candidate. Look at that. I'll be able to do my makeup in the morning. Get that shined up.
With all the paint laid down and left to cure, Josh was hard at work running all the cables for the 12-volt fridge, lights, compressor, and the water pump. Josh also set up all our towing accessories like the 7-pin plug, caravan charging source, and the valves to adjust our airbags in the ute. It's way easier to do it this way than after the canopy goes on. With all the wiring and plumbing run, it was time to move the White Horse out in the open so the team could complete the fit out, and it was crunch time as we had the next stage of the build looming.
It's the first startup. Oh, she's still got a bit of rumble there.
Well, it was all hands on deck completing the canopy fit out, including the water tank and plumbing and the rear wheel carrier. Before we knew it, we were mounting it in place and the end was in sight. Patsy and myself decided at this point we'd stay out of the boys' hair and let them do their thing to bring this rig to completion, as we had just around 1.5 business days before the rig needed to be on its way north for a tickle up from the Just Autos team.
Mate, what a day. I tell you what, the last 5% of this build has definitely taken the most attention and the most time, but we're bloody getting there. Look, canopy's on. I know it hasn't got any doors yet, but the boys, they have four guys on it this afternoon helping out. We've got our rear wheel carrier up there in the middle, which will take our big tyre. We've got the drawer in,
A lot of this stuff is yet to be buttoned up, but that's bolted down, that's glued down. Going to put the fridge and the fridge slide in probably tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow, all the guards, the toolboxes and everything will go on, and this thing will be very close. So even with all our delays, the boys at McCormacks have turned this thing around and are still keeping us within our... We've got another appointment early next week, so we needed the car really to be done to honour that appointment, and I think we're going to make it. It's they've really hustled for us to get this thing done, and could not be more grateful. But yeah, it's starting to take shape. Tomorrow the flares, sorry, not the flares, the side rails and the side steps will go on, and then yeah, we'll probably run up next time we come up here. It will be 99 or 100% done when we see it next. It's been a process, but it's been very enjoyable to sit here and just, you know, have the boys take us in and explain what's going on. And now we've got a rig that we know we've been here for every step of the way and seen how it's come together, and it's been, yeah, really quite nice. Very monumental day today. It's been a lot of them recently, but we are heading to the TMR, which is the Transport and Main Roads here in Queensland, to register our new vehicle. We just got off the phone with Nathan at McCormacks, and he said she's good to go. They should have it in their system. So how these pre-rego things work is that McCormacks will do the upgrades, and then they'll tell JMACX, hey, it's all been done to spec, here's some photos. JMACX will then sign off on it, send that information to the federal government, and then the federal government will say, okay, this car of this VIN number is a 4.2 tonne GVM coil sprung Land Cruiser, and that's what it will be known as, rather than just a normal Toyota Land Cruiser. So we're on our way to the Transport and Main Roads. I'm not sure how smooth this will go, but we've got all the paperwork that I think we need, and yeah, fingers crossed we can get this thing roadworthy today. Keen, doll?
So keen. It's a bit of a tease though, like knowing that it's ready and we can go rego it, but we're not picking it up today.
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour run up to Brisbane, and then it's also Friday afternoon, and we just want to make sure that we give ourselves plenty of time to soak it in, thank the boys at McCormacks for their work, and I think we're going to be pretty stretched. We might be able to still make it happen, but I'm not confident in getting up there today. As bloody keen as I am, sometimes you just have to be a little bit realistic. Yeah, the old girl still starts up. She hasn't given up the ghost on us yet. She knows that her replacement is imminent. It's all right, we'll take good care of you. Bloody hell, hour and a half later, we got it done.
It's stressful, hey, they had to involve so many people to be able to register that thing. The lady was so helpful though, but she like had to go to her boss, and then the boss had to call someone, and
yeah.
Yeah.
We got it sorted. The SSM is all done and we're ready to rock and roll.
60 long hours later.
Alright guys, we're back at McCormacks, and today is the day we are finally picking up our new cruiser, and guess what, we've named it. Tell them the name.
Well, when we bought the cruiser, we were listening to Chris Stapleton and White Horse, and it's like one of my favourite songs, so we're calling her the White Horse. The
White Horse, and we used to have Silver Bullet, so we're going from Silver Bullet to White Horse. But anyway, we're so excited to see White Horse fully completed.
I'm nervous, I'm anxious.
I don't even know where it will be. Let's go, let's have a look.
This is the first time we're seeing it since it's been fully completed. Neither of us have seen it in its current state.
I think I can see it.
Oh my god. If you want a cowboy on a white... Come on. I can hear it. It's putting away.
Is it running?
Yeah.
There she is.
Oh my goodness. Have a look at it, Patsy. Feast your eyes. Listen to it put away.
Oh, how good does a V8 sound?
The team here at McCormacks have absolutely nailed this thing. It looks clean, crisp, perfect. Nathan has just brought the cruiser around for us. We've seen it for the very first time. I could not be happier with how this thing has come out, and I just want to thank you, yourself, like all the boys at McCormacks, the whole team. We've been pestering in their workshop for like the last fortnight. I've been pestering Nathan since I think at least the last 6 months.
Yeah, about that.
I just can't believe that we're here at this point. We've actually got a finished product behind us, and
An unreal finished product too.
I cannot believe how good this thing looks. Like, it's everything that you know, when you go and build the car, you got all these different parts and all this idea in your head.
Yep.
Generally, it doesn't work out that way.
No,
Well,
never does.
for me anyway, like, I've been photoshopping things and trying to mock it up. This is exactly how I wanted it to look.
Oh, 100%. And look, it's hard for you guys, or for any customer really, like, to have a visual interpretation of what they want the car to look like.
Yeah.
Like, you never see what you want your car to look like in person until you picking the car up.
Yeah.
So I get it from a customer's perspective. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Trying to sit there and go, hey, I want this canopy and I want this, I want that, but what's it going to look like?
Yeah.
Look, I can try and tell you and show you some photos of other builds,
Yeah.
but they never look two of the same. So as long as everything always turns out how the customer wants.
I think that's the beauty of what you guys do. You work with so many different brands across the industry, and this is what you do every day in, day out. You're working with people like ourselves that come in here. They want all different sorts of things. They might want to build a dual cab, they might want to build a 300 series, but you've got that knowledge across like all these different platforms, and you're able to steer people in the right direction, like us.
100%, yeah, and it makes it easier for us and for you guys as a customer having the different brands that we deal with to try and bring it all together here.
Yeah.
You know, we're a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Pick up a full turnkey car ready from us, drop it off. Well, you guys dropped this off unregistered.
Yeah.
With nothing on the back. It was literally just...
It was bare bones.
Yeah,
it
bare
looked
bones.
shocking looking back on the footage of it, but
Oh,
yeah.
100%. And, you know, now you're picking up a full turnkey car ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, yes, there's other bits and bobs that you're going to do to it, which we're going to do yourself, and Just Autos are going to do some work.
Yeah.
But essentially, this car's just ready to go for you guys to hook up the caravan and keep on traveling.
Yeah, I love it. We're not going to do a full walkthrough just yet. We've still got a few bits and pieces that we're going to add to this, so we'll save that for down the track. Nate's going to walk us around, give us a bit of a handover, make sure we're familiar with all the systems. So yeah, we've got diff breathers over here, gearbox breather. That's about it, eh? And
Front and rear diffs, transmission and gearbox breathers.
Yeah.
So now at the highest point that we can sort of get them.
What's that little bizzo?
That's your isolator. So that's your red up isolator, which controls your Anderson plug.
Okay.
So the Anderson plug that then goes onto the caravan.
Yeah.
So the reason why we put these through these is the red up isolator is an ignition fed source. So essentially, as soon as the car turns on, that ignition source goes in here, opens a solenoid.
Yeah.
That then allows your power to go through, and your caravan pull power off your car to charge your batteries and whatever else that your caravan is set up for. That's pretty much it on under the sort of bonnet for us as such, because you haven't got a winch or driving lights at this stage at the moment. You're still undecided if you want a winch.
Yeah. We'll get there, just when the budget allows.
That's exactly right. So
We're going to just a hair over budget on this one.
just a little bit, but you know, at the same time, you only got one shot to sort of build it.
That's right.
So you may as well just do it first go and get it right.
I don't think there's many people getting a brand new V8 79 series, especially in a dual cab GXL. I mean, we looked for ages. There's not that many out coming.
I mean, I had to try and find one for a customer last year, and I think it took me nearly 4 months to find him a GXL into Sandy Tour. I could get plenty of workmates.
Yeah.
But they all wanted GXLs, and
if we're going to be paying that much money for a rig, we want it to at least have power windows and cruise control.
If you're going to do what you're doing on this car as well, you want to have all those, you know, nice features as well.
Yeah, so obviously we're going to change the mirrors, change the snorkel eventually. So you put the little red arc switch in there.
Yeah, so we always try and go in the centre wherever we can on all vehicles.
Yeah, so I know in the back here we've got a bit of a party
we've got
going on. Patsy's already claimed the back seat for her. She's been asking for this since day one, somewhere to put her bag. And
well, that was one of the conditions of the build, wasn't it? That Patsy had to have a rear seat so she could put all her gear.
Yeah, so behind the seat here, we've got...
I'll jump around the other side for you. So at the back here, we got one of our McCormacks 4-wheel power up 110 amp hour lithium systems. This is what we call our hub series. So it's got a 40 amp DC to DC charger built inside the box. It's also got the Victron Smart Shunt and the Victron solar controller all built inside of here. Benefit of that is you can now download the Victron Connect app.
Yeah.
You can then connect your phone to it and then monitor your output, so what's obviously pulling off the battery. You can then see the input of it, so what charge is going in through either the alternator when the car's running or the solar panel as well. It gives you a rough guide of
how much battery, like how many days of battery usage you've got left.
Yeah.
That's always working off worst case scenario. So like if your compressor's running on the fridge, that'll work off that compressor running 24/7.
Yeah, yeah.
When it's not off, it works off
That gives you a bit more accuracy. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. So
And this is good, like having this weight. This probably what weighs like 10 or 20 kilos.
they're about 15 to 20 kilos.
Yeah, it's good having that out of the canopy, you know, forward of that
Yeah.
rear axle. I like being able to use this,
And
otherwise
being-
dead space.
Being the 70 series, if you decide down the track that you want to put an inverter in the back, we can still add another 110 amp hour battery onto this, sync it together. You don't have to move it from behind the seat because there's plenty of room here.
Yeah, there's
And
enough
we can
room for
turn
another
this
one there.
into a 220 amp system.
Yeah.
Put a 2000 watt inverter in the back, and that way if you guys wanted to do any sort of day trips or a couple day trips without the caravan on the back, you can still run like a induction cooker and, you know, run your 240 volt sort of accessories.
Yeah,
You
perfect.
can still take a hairdryer if you need, you know, the things that ladies love to have.
I love it. I like how much this car is flexing as we're leaning on it. I cannot wait to drive this thing.
Oh, especially having the calls.
Oh, it's
going
gonna
to
be unreal.
You know, your comfortability's just increased massively from going from the old leaf springs.
Yeah.
But then your flex is also going to be a lot better
Much
than
more
having leaf
increased.
springs as well.
Yeah.
You've got the main airbags in there to help with all the additional load carrying, especially with the caravan on the back as well.
Beauty. All right, let's get in the meat and potatoes, this canopy. It looks so good. Jeff, the paint guy, I know you guys saw this in the booth when Jeff was painting it, but I said it like I could do my makeup in it, brush your teeth in it. It's that glossy. Yeah, Jeff's done a great job at the finish of that. It looks so good.
So driver's side, we try and keep pretty simple. You guys just wanted a drawer for a bit of storage space. So we called Tash and Hayden from RVSS down in Melbourne, RV Storage Solutions. So we got this custom made drawer done up for you guys. Gives you plenty of sort of storage space in here. You can drop whatever you want. It hasn't come up too high, as you said earlier.
Perfect.
We don't need a stool for you to try and sit in here and see what you want.
Yeah.
We've also put a bit of a tie down rail at the back there, so we can put some of these hooks in there, and then you can tie some things
Tie a
down.
box or something,
If you wanted to store anything else up there,
Yeah.
just makes your life that little bit easier.
Certainly does.
Then
No, and these guys, we had Black Widow drawers in our original Hilux, and they're a solid drawer, they're a sturdy
100%.
drawer, and that's sort of the same mob that used to
they're the
manufacture.
same company. So Black Widow was Hayden's mum and dad that started the company.
Yeah.
And then from there, Hayden and Tash have taken over, and it's now RVSS.
Pretty legendary, like Australian company.
Yep.
That, you know, they've weathered a fair bit of stuff, and they're still
100%.
making awesome drawers. Like it's probably up there with the best drawer manufacturer, I reckon.
Oh, look, our opinion, there is no one better than RV Storage
Yeah.
in the game. And when it comes to drawers, all their equipment's all ADR approved, crash tested. You can't get anything better than that.
They've been in the game for what, like 30 plus years?
Yeah, give or take around there. So the quality of it, can't beat it. They have, you know, on some vehicles, you've got nearly 12 to 14 sort of design setups that you can choose from. Instead of going the old basic dual drawer setup, you've got, you know, fridge drawer setups, you've got upright fridge setups.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a setup to suit every sort of customer's need.
Yeah, no, lovely.
And all made out of premium alloy, which keeps the weight down. So for you guys as well, when touring, it just helps keep your weights down and help with being able to add any extra in there and staying legal, most importantly.
Yeah, well, we wanted like to have the 4200 GVM just for that breathing space, but a real sort of goal for us in this build was to keep it as light as possible. So you notice just like it's pretty bare bones compared to some of the rigs you would build here, but
you build what you need.
Yeah.
You don't need to go over the top. You put in here what you need and what suits you guys as it needs for your travels.
I'm really keen to get it over the weighbridge because I know what our current single cab weighs with the steel tray and the outlay canopy and everything. I reckon this thing's probably going to get close to being the same weight. Of that.
Well, the benefit again, mode canopy being composite, they're about 220 kilos empty, bolted on the back of the truck.
It's bugger all. Obviously we've added some weight with the drawer, the fridge, the spare tyre, water tank, and you know, bolted a few things back here, but you can see the weight, the goal of like keeping the cruiser lightweight is we've also kept all this weight central to the rear axle or in front of the rear axle. Like the only real weight we've got at the back when we're not, you know, we might put a boat motor here or do, you know, have an inflatable or something, but most of the weight we've tried to keep as far forward as
Over the
possible.
axle, yeah.
Because we've also got to keep in mind we're going to have 350 kilos of tow ball weight as soon as we hitch the van up, which is like 99% of the time. So
That's
yeah.
exactly right. Then we got our under canopy storage box here. So
Yeah.
plenty of room in there. You've got a drain bug in there. So again, if you're out on the boat or you go surfing or a bit of a swim, you can use that as a wet box.
Yeah,
Chuck all the wet gear in there.
that's
then
a
you
good
can use the
idea,
drain
eh?
plug just to wash it out. So the benefit obviously with the Moat canopy, she's all central locked.
Yeah,
Now we've come to the, I guess the brains of the canopy. So you've got the Bushman 130 litre upright fridge.
Yeah.
Plenty of space there to put food, drinks,
Oh, that's ice cold too.
Patsy's wine bottles.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so
and then
we'll be able to get you a full 12
we
bottles.
turned this on most probably half an hour, 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And that's already nice and cool in there. So
I
it doesn't
love
take long to get down. The Bushman fridges, they use very minimal power as the compressor's running. They're only a couple of amps that they pull.
Yeah, it looks
So-
clean in there.
Correct.
And it's in your fridge,
This is our fridge cage, so
yeah.
we've designed to suit the Bushman 130. So we don't do any other fridges inside these. We always want to do the 130s.
Yeah.
So we designed our own fridge cage with the electrical panel here. So this is where we put what generally the customer wants is in their outlets. So for you guys, we've got a USB-A, USB-C, two of those.
Yeah.
Then you've got your cigarette sockets, and then 2 output of Anderson plugs, 50 amps each. Then we got our lights in the canopy.
Oh,
So we got one on each door, and then we got the small 48 centimetre on this side, and then the big 100 centimetre on the other
it's like a
side.
showroom in here.
It does. You can change the colours. So at the moment you got your amber. You can go to your cool white, and then you've got sort of a warm white.
Nice.
You can change like the brightness of it, so you can go right down or right up. Obviously it's very hard to see in the daytime what it's doing.
Yeah.
The reason we like using these is A, they look nice and sleek and suit the canopy builds. They're a tri-light, so they've got the 3 different sort of lights. You've got your amber, your warm white, your cool white. Amber's obviously the best one to sort of use at night time, try and keep as much of the bugs and that away as you can. Then obviously when you're not using it, just hit your off button and bang, they all turn off.
Beautiful.
Fuse box is nice and easy to get to, so, and then we've got a 12 output one here, so you can still add another sort of 6 outputs of other accessories that you may or may not want as you work it out as you're traveling in the new rig.
Alright, so
Then-
in here we've got...
Under here, we've got the ARB compressor.
Yeah, nice.
So dual compressor outlet there, so that way you can plug in, turn it on. She's full of air at the moment, so it's not going to turn on and start running now. But if we went and plugged the air hose into that, that'll kick in straight away. It's running off the dual battery system, so you don't have to have the car running as per se to actually run the compressor now. You can run it whenever you want.
Yeah.
When you're done, flick her off and then close the door up. You've still got space in there to put some recovery stuff in there.
Yeah.
Or for yourselves, like you've got obviously the compressor, ARB compressor in the old rig.
Yeah.
You can then go and grab your hose and all that.
Yeah.
Chuck it in here and you've got everything together ready to go. So as soon as you open this up, your compressor toolbox essentially is ready to go. Plug it all in, start pumping up your tyres.
Yeah, that old ARB compressor, we just had a single in our old ute, and mate, we've given that hell and it's held up. That's why we wanted to make sure we put an ARB in this one.
ARB is the only compressor we use.
Yeah.
Then coming around obviously at the back, you've got the big 35 inch on the Method 312 sitting on the back of the canopy.
They just look so good.
Oh, mate.
They're the best tyre for a cruiser, I reckon.
Best tyre
wheel,
and best
tyre.
rim. For me, there is no better rims in the market than Method. You know, you pay for what you get. You got a premium brand rim.
Yeah.
They do everything that you want it to do while also looking aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
They
look awesome. And the big Heyman Reese.
The Heyman Reese, the X-Bar with the rated recovery points. So you got 3 rated recovery points there.
Yeah.
Tray bar, you got your solar input there for the dual battery system, and then your 50 amp Anderson plug for the caravan. Then you got your water tank. So we've got a water tank underneath here from Moat Canopies. With a little,
I think it's like 70 litres, 60
yeah,
or
it's a 70 litre water tank. So you can,
which is a really good amount of water for us. Yeah.
Nice.
and then turn her off, and then when you're done, do that. So you can transfer from here into the caravan nice and easy because you've got the normal sort of tap fitting.
Yeah.
So you can go and put your own tap on there, and away you go. Your diesel fill up point there.
Yeah.
You can your airbag fill up points here.
Yeah.
So
they got a bit of air in them at the moment.
yeah, correct. And then left hand and right hand. So not only can you then use the airbags to level yourself out front to rear with the caravan on the back, you can also level left to right. So
yeah.
you mentioned
more weight on the right
yeah,
side.
like you mentioned before, that you might eventually add in a outboard motor.
Yeah.
So if that was more sitting on the driver's side, and that naturally drops down a bit, you can use these air points to buy yourself up left to right as well.
Yeah.
Then you can't get any better than that JMACX diff underneath there.
Look how meaty that thing is. Yeah. That really is like the, I'm going to say it once in this video, I haven't said it yet, but that is a game changer for a 79 series or just a 70 series in general.
Correct.
To go to coils, you get that sort of...
You get the comfortability, the flex, the weight rating of carrying better weights and being more comfortable at the same time.
Yeah.
You've got your airbag man airbags inside there as well. Not only that, the diff is a track correction. So we all know the 70 series come from factory and they're about 100mm too short inwards. JMACX have done their new diff, which then fixes that, pushes everything out, so your front to rear tyres are now in line.
Yeah.
The diff housing is an upgraded diff, so it goes up to 2850 kilo axle rating as well, which obviously then again helps with towing and things like that, as well as going towards with the weight carrying capacity of your new 4.2 ton GVM upgrade.
Yeah. No, I love it. Oh, I can't wait to drive this thing, seriously. I've been watching it come together and yeah, I've been dreaming of it. And even though I was ready to go on Friday, it killed me all weekend. I was just thinking about this thing and how I could be cruising around it.
And it changed every time because, you know, you guys would come in on one day and it was bare bones, and you come in the next day and it's like, oh crap, you know,
so much
all this extra's done to it. Then you come in 2 days later and it's like, is that even our car anymore?
Yeah.
You know, it's
no, it's bloody, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I imagined.
No, exactly right. And obviously the ARB bullbar steps and rails just ties it all off, left it in the black, so you get that nice black on white feel.
Yeah.
You know, your side rails there and your steps, then ties in with your black flares of the canopy.
Yeah.
Ties in with sort of the black accents.
We were a little bit worried that going like white canopy would be too much white, like, but it really doesn't feel like that.
Yeah. I don't think so, no. I
feel like the black guards and everything, like,
well, the black rims, the black tyres,
and the black on the back.
Yeah,
the black back. So that's all like Raptor at the back.
Yeah. So you got, it's all wrapped it on the back here, up on the top.
Yeah.
And then wrapped it at the back here. Just all that nice subtle is the black. You're gonna have the black mirrors soon, the towing mirrors going on there. Everything just starts taking its place and just ties everything in together quite nicely for you.
So you've also got a little
new compendium. So,
compendium, that is a word I've never heard of before. So what does compendium mean?
Oh, don't ask me technical questions. Ask me for.
I'll put it up on the screen. But this is a nice little like leather pouch that you can keep a lot of your essential stuff in.
So, look, it's most probably no real different to what you get when you buy your new car. You get your little booklet that's got all your information in it for like your servicing warranty.
Yeah.
We've done something similar because when we're doing a lot of these builds, you get all your paperwork for like here, your ARB compressor, your Red Arc Tow Pro. So we like to try and keep everything in here as neat and tidy. Before that, we'd have to, you know, just put it neat and tidy on the seat.
Yeah.
It just finishes it off.
Yeah, well, if I have an issue with any of that, like I'll know to look, that's going to live in there.
Correct.
I'll know
you know exactly where to go.
Yeah.
We put our business cards in there. So again, not only for you, but also the next customer. If you sell this car, they know straight away who to call if they have an issue, if they want to get all work done as well. But
that's great.
Put all the keys in there from the Canopy, the drawer systems. You've got your little key lock here for your method rims as well. There's all your other bits and bobs of information, stickers, all that kind of jazz in there for you too.
All the little things, neat and tidy.
Correct. You know, just finishes off the
finishing touches.
Yeah. So, and then to finish it off for you guys, you got yourself a little bit of merch there. So, a bit of gear, hats, some stubby curlers.
Oh, I love these ones.
Yeah.
Will this?
Oh no, because that's not.
No, we got to find a spot. We'll put some magnets in there. Yeah, there we go.
So go on.
I love these things. Yeah,
so
they're
you've got
awesome.
your little bottle opener in the pouch there too.
Yeah,
magnetic. They are speed rated. I can maybe confirm or not confirm, but I have put a beer on the outside on the beach. Wasn't a great beer to drink afterwards, but she didn't drop off the car.
Extra frothy.
That's exactly right.
That's awesome, mate.
Then some jumpers in there for you and Patsy, some hats.
Yeah.
So
thanks, guys.
I'll get it out.
Exactly right. It's coming into winter, so the jumpers will hopefully come in handy for that.
100%. Oh, nice. Is that it?
That's it. I think.
That's the whole kit caboodle.
Yep.
It's
Thank
been a
you very
pleasure.
much.
We still got to pay the bloke. No, it's been a pleasure, mate. And working with you boys just made it easy. And yeah, this is our dream rig. I cannot
that's what
wait
we
to
try and
drive it.
do. Make the customer's life as easy as possible.
Yeah.
You know, we get it. This is a big decision for everyone to make. So we can make their life as easy as possible and as streamlined as possible when going through this whole process. And that's what we're here for.
All right, well, that's a little bit of a walk around of our new rig. This is our dream car. I cannot believe I'm standing in front of it, but I just want to say thank you to you guys, the viewers, the people that watch our videos, that support us in any way, whether you subscribe or you even buy us a beer. You guys are really the reason that makes this possible, and we just want to thank you for allowing us to do these crazy things and live this crazy life. It's awesome, and we're going to take this on some pretty epic adventures to come, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we'll leave Nathan and the boys to continue on with their next build, and who knows, we might see them in the future. Thanks, Nate.
All good.